So the EGR system on this car, it's kind of straightforward, but diagnosing the problem was probably the most annoying thing ever about this car. When I first bought this car, there was not many problems with it. About, 4 months in, I get a check engine light for an EGR valve. And so I did some research, and some people said to replace the EGR valve, some people said to replace the sensor, other people told me to clean out this entire intake system. So it seemed like a big process. This was before I was really into fixing cars. And so I took it to a shop and they told me they fixed it. They replaced a little sensor right next to the EGR valve, and the check engine light came back on for the same code 3 days later. I was pretty mad, but I don't like drama, so I never called them back and just tried to figure it out myself. So I cleaned out the entire intake and replaced the EGR valve, and that seemed to fix the problem. Until about 6 months later when the EGR valve code came up. And at the time, I was like a year and a half away from needing to get it smogged, so I thought, I got a year and a half. I'll just wait and fix it later. So I just drove it for about a year and a half, and then when it was time for me to smog it, I finally decided to fix it. So I replaced the EGR valve again. That did not work. I just took it in the shop because I got a full-time job. I think I was partially in school, got married, a bunch of just life stuff happened. Moved into this new rental. It was in and out of the shop for 3 weeks. They would fix a problem. I'd have to drive it around until the check engine light came back on, try to fix it again, and that just happened all over the place. So let me show you what went all on this in detail. I hope this video helps one of you guys out because it's a pain in the butt. I replaced the EGR valve when I was trying to fix this problem. That didn't help, so I took it into the shop. And so they cleaned the entire intake out like I did a couple years ago, and cleared the code. I had to drive it for 50 miles, and just came back on with the same problem. So they switched their focus to this little sensor. I forget how this relates to the EGR system itself, but it does. They replaced this thing, check engine light cleared, drove it for 50 miles, came back on. And then they decided to check and see if the new valve I put on here was even working, because you can get defective pieces all the time. They ordered a new one from a Mazda dealership. It was a ton of money. By the way, link in the description for one of these for really cheap but still name brand. So they ordered another one of these from Mazda, put it on, cleared the code. I had to drive it 50 miles, came back on. So at this point, we have no clue what is going on, and lo and behold, this amazing mechanic who didn't charge me an arm and a leg for all of this, he was really helpful. He did a lot of research on some forums, and so you know what he did? This little hose apparently has something to do with the EGR system. Was not originally attached up here. It was originally attached right here, and this little plug was up there. He just moved the hose from here to here and plugged up that vacuum line, and that seemed to fix the problem until the check engine light came back on. And at this point, I am super frustrated and pissed until I check the code, and it's a completely different code now, which was an upstream O2 sensor. So the upstream O2 sensor on these cars, well, at least my car, 2000 SE, is right there. Replace that, and I have fixed the problem. So I really hope this story and my pain helps one of you guys out. I know this car diagnostics can be such a pain, and when I was looking into this, I really had not a lot of information, but now I know, and now you know what I did to fix this problem. If you want to see more of my content, I don't post often, but I really want to. You can just click that like button if you just like this video, and if you want to do some more, you can click that subscribe button. The better thing to do is click one of these videos that's going to pop up randomly if you haven't seen any more of my other ones. I hope you like this video, and if you are dealing with this problem, good luck. I hope this helps.